All right, everybody, this is JD with JD's Mid-South RCs and the last part of our reassembly of our front end. We've done everything up to this point except for the steering linkage and the steering horn from the servo. That's a little bit in depth, so that's why we're doing a separate video for it, because I wanted to make sure that I mentioned some key points of that. So here we go. Let's finish the reassembly of the front end and get this thing ready to go. All right, here we have our upgrade steering linkage. It's from Njara and it's aluminum. I chose the green just because, you know, it matches the truck. It makes it look a little nicer. But it's going to come with a bunch of new screws. All these little pieces here that goes in. We're going to pop those in, and then we have O-rings to hold it all in together. So let's get started here. Let's get this assembled. So the first thing is you got two separate pieces. And the smaller piece, if you notice there, is got a flat side. If you hold it one way, the other piece is going opposite. Well, that's the portion that sits on this. There's a little lip right here. That's going to sit on that and rotate up and down, while this part connects to your servo horn. So let's start putting all that together. Now, if you notice, those just drop into place. They're not going to stay in there. If I turn it over, it falls right out. Okay, so what you want an O-ring and put it in there. Hold it. Let's see. We got there. We got. So the first one goes on. Slide it all the way down. So initially put your O-ring towards the larger end, not hole, but larger end. So when you go ahead and put this in, it slides all the way in, and you have your O-ring sitting on top. Now we put an O-ring on the bottom. And now this will not come out. It's held in there. Do that for the rest of the little bits here. Okay, so now all of those are in. Okay. Now, if you look at this, it has some bends in it. Okay. You do not want to bend out from the truck. You want to bend in. Okay. And this little threaded piece right here where we're going to put this other arm, that's going to be on the right hand side of the truck. Okay, so we set that down on top there, grab yourself one of these screws. Now the screws that came in the kit, they're all the same length. So it really doesn't matter which screw you grab because they're all the same length. Grab your tool. And it's going to get tightened down, and even when it's tight, it's still going to have a bit of play in it because you've got those O-rings in there, which is okay. Now, we take this part here, and if you're using your old horn, you're going to want to put it on now. If you're using new horn, like we are, you're going to want to put it on now. So either way. And it's going to come with some hardware also. Now, you're going to notice, if you didn't notice when you took it off, the hole in the top is tapered. Now, if you get a new one, it's going to come with a new tapered screw. If you're using your old one, hopefully you didn't get rid of it, but your old one will also have a tapered screw that came out of that same hole. Okay? We are going to use our lowest hole here. Now, the crazy part about this one is this is going to mount to the outside of this, but the screw is going to go inside out. Okay? All right. So then you take your horn, and there's 3 holes in there. I like to put it on the bottom one. Now remember, this arcs back, so you want to put your horn on the outside, put your screw through the back side, so that it holds everything. Okay, just like so. Okay. Okay, that's tightened down. There's your steering linkage. Okay, all put together, good to go. Now, the trick to this is you got to have your servo hooked up. Turn the vehicle on, and it's going to center that gear right there. Make sure everything is in the right position. Take the horn, slide it on there so that it is as straight up and down as it possibly can be. That's where you want to mount it. Now you can go ahead and turn the truck back off. And like I said before, that should have a tapered screw that goes right here, mounts your horn to the servo itself. that's set in there nice. Good there. And now we can go ahead and mount our knuckles. Now, the knuckle itself goes under. The links go over. So you're screwing from the top. Nice and tight. There you are. Knuckle is under. Links are over. Do the other side. And there you are. Front end's reassembled. We did a new servo, horn, linkage, drive shafts, diff cover, overdrive gears, and the steering knuckles. All upgraded to brass components. It's going to help lower the center gravity of the truck, give it a little bit more weight, help it perform a little bit better. And then now all you got to do is put your wheels back on. This particular truck, we had wheel weights, so we'll go ahead and reassemble all of that. Put your axle pins back in. Axle pins back in. Wheel weight back on. And put your tires back on. Same thing on the other side. There we go. And then the last bit for the upgrades was the rear diff, and it's the same as the front. You just take all 6 of these screws out, put the new cover on, and just remember that the longer ones go in top. And that's it. She's completely upgraded for the chassis to match this other truck here.